you guys go hunting?
Yeah, probably. I think it goes without saying. I mean, it's far from what you were hoping for today, but you've had a chance to consider your thoughts. Just give us your overview.
Yeah, big moments went against us. We didn't help ourselves in them big moments. So, for instance, we knew they were a decent set-piece team, and Brandon, we knew, should defend the far post better for the first goal. Ben Gibson shouldn't give him the opportunity to make a decision with a high foot, and then he goes to ground. But on the flip side of that, there's a big moment in the game where we should have a penalty and not given a penalty. And I don't quite understand VAR at the moment, and I'm not sure anybody can explain it to me. And then big moments change games, because I felt a little bit unjust. It was 1-0 down at half time. I thought we were a better team. I thought we'd created the two bigger chances. They've had a chance from a set piece where they scored, and they've had a chance from the edge of the box from a long throw. Other than that, I thought we were fairly comfortable. I can't remember Tim making another save. You know, we created some good chances, and I thought we remained aggressive in the first half. So the message to the players at half time was make sure we just up the tempo a notch, and I felt that we would come back into the game, and then we were denied what for me is a Stonewall penalty.
Just clarify that one. Is that the Williams challenge on
That's the challenge on Williams. Then Wemo tries to win the ball and goes through him from behind. Unfortunately, we will be told that it was a subjective decision, whatever that means, and it's not clear and obvious whatever that means, because I don't think they know what that means either. Because yeah, I can see why, you know, they come back and give Ben Gibson's penalty for a high foot, and I actually think that the referee's probably been told it's a penalty before he even looks at it. But the second one, I'm standing on the sideline and thinking, Ben, don't go to ground, and he goes to ground, and I think, yeah, Stonewall penalty, and I've just watched it back, he actually doesn't even touch it. So, frustrated, disappointed with our decision making in both boxes, because, you know, that's where games are won and lost.
And you said yesterday, when people were saying is it a must win, well, you said it's must not lose. So in the context of what's happened today, how can you package?
Yeah, well, I felt Brentford were a team that we certainly capable of finishing above. You know, 10 points is not insurmountable, but it's a lot at this stage of the season. So that's the disappointing part, that it's a team that was within our sights, and you know, unfortunately, it feels like, you know, things contrived against us.
I mean, obviously there's that element of it. Yeah, you maybe think you've got the wrong and the green, but in terms of what you got from your players, are you frustrated, disappointed, maybe angry with it?
With some of the decision making in both boxes, definitely. You know, we kept trying. I could see them getting disheartened, being 3-0 down after 53 minutes, I think it was, and not feeling that we probably felt or deserved to be 3-0 down. And it can be disheartening for not just players but supporters as well. But I've always said they're an honest bunch, and they kept going. And you know, if that tight offside decision hadn't gone against Timu at 3-1, who knows whether we could have got back in it then. You know, but unfortunately, you know, the game had gone past that.
What have you said to them immediately afterwards, or is it one of those you just let the dust settle and then try and pick?
No, I've had a quick chat with them, but I said, listen, we'll do our talking in the morning, and I'll look at my decision making, whether that was right in terms of selections and how we tried to play. You know, and if anybody's got any problems, come see me tomorrow, and we'll discuss it, and we'll discuss how we played and what we can do better, because we have to learn from them mistakes in the boxes.
Even you've been in really tight spots before and come out the other side, is this a bigger task you feel you've had, maybe coaching wise?
No. Walsall was a much bigger task, believe me.
And final one for me, like you say, goals change games, and that's a great chance for Milo, isn't it? 2 minutes on the clock. You've got to take that away, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a really big chance in the game. You know, you could probably look at XG afterwards, and they'll get 1.8 for two penalties. You know, and I think we'll probably have headed that table in terms of if you take penalties away from the game. But it doesn't make me feel any better. You know, we need to play well and win games, not lose at the moment where we are.
But for the second penalty, do we know, or do you know, did the AR look at it?
Which one? Sorry,
the one that Ben slides in, doesn't say you've seen the replays and touch it?
He doesn't. I mean, at the end, I think Tony puts his foot across Ben, but The angle I've seen, there's no contact at all.
Do we know that VAR said
Well,
that's why carrying on?
we're told.
This is crazy.
I sat there in a meeting on Monday with Mike Riley and some other managers, and I'm told that VAR's 98% success rate. Unfortunately, I don't see that. Judged probably by themselves though.
Dean, is just on Lucas not being involved today? You hopeful he'll be okay for Thursday?
Yeah, he will. I mean, he asked to come off just before he scored, funny enough, at Liverpool, and after he scored, I thought he might want to stay on, but he was still in enough pain to want to come off, and he'd just not recovered from that game in time for today.
Dean, I know you don't want to feel sorry for yourself, but given some of these decisions and then the fact you're playing Chelsea on the Thursday and Leeds a couple of days later, do you feel a little like the whole world's against you at the minute?
It certainly did today. I must admit, we could go and play Chelsea here on Wednesday and have 2 days coaching before that, but the Premier League have decided to put that on Thursday, so we'll get hardly any coaching to go into the Leeds game. They were only 6 points ahead of us. You have to deal with the hand that you're dealt, and we're doing that. And we'll keep working hard, and hopefully, we can turn around some results now and have a bit of luck ourselves.
Okay,
Cheers,
thanks everybody.
thank you.
Thank you.